Hey guys, welcome back to another Scooby-Doo review on the channel. Today I'll be reviewing Decoy for a Dog Napper, which is the 5th episode of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? So yeah, let's get straight into the review. So the episode begins with Scooby walking through this park, and he sees a little dog, a little girl dog, and starts showing off to her, and the owner keeps walking, and the dog is very I guess well trained, I guess you could say. And when they walk behind a bush, we see this mysterious dog napper in this green costume run off with the dog, and the owner of the dog is screaming out that her dog's been dog napped and she needs help. Scooby then gets really angry and runs away. Then we cut to Fred, Shaggy, Velma and Daphne, who are on the beach. Looks like the exact same beach from a clue from Scooby-Doo. Might actually be the exact same beach, I'm not sure. Anyway, Scooby comes running. He runs to the radio and turns on the radio saying another dog has been dog napped, the second this week. All dog owners be careful. Basically, that was the message from the radio. And Daphne and Fred stop their dancing, and then Scooby then says he saw the dog nappers take a dog in the park not too far away. So then they overhear saying Big Red was the first dog taken, and the owner is Buckmasters. So Fred decides, let's go and speak to this Buckmasters, and then basically then we cut to Buckmasters in his office, and he tells the gang that unfortunately Big Red got kidnapped, and he's very grateful that the kids have volunteered to waste their time and spend time trying to stop these dog nappers, because all dogs are at risk here. And then Fred says he's got a plan, and Buckmasters doesn't really believe that they can do much because they're just kids, but Fred says he's got a very good plan, and says he's going to use his dog as a decoy to try and capture some of the see the I don't know, it's really hard to explain this, to see so they can capture the the dog nappers. Anyway, they cut to them in the mystery machine, and inside the mystery machine Fred basically explains his plan, and Scooby, being a Great Dane, could easily disguise himself as the champion. Shaggy going to be his owner and has to wear a collar. Scooby has to wear a special collar and everything, and Shaggy has to look professional if the plan is going to work. They don't really want to do it, but Daphne and Velma give him Scooby snacks, so they then eventually agree to the plan. Now, when Shaggy and Scooby are doing I guess they're walk, they're trying to get the dog nappers, attention. they walk exactly where the champion would walk, and Scooby likes checking himself in the mirror. There was like this little girl dog too that was like checking him out, like Scooby was to like the girl at the start of the episode. She then like chucks a whole bunch of trash, and then Shaggy and Scooby come up to this truck who's it's making a lot of fog, and then the dog napper gets out of the truck, cuts the rope, and it takes Scooby, and Shaggy panics and starts chasing after the truck. It's more of a van than a truck actually. And then he comes up to Charlie, who's like this, I don't know, gas owner. He sells gas, and then he borrows like his like motorcycle to catch up to him. And then Fred and Daphne realise that Scooby's moving very, very, very quickly, and they realise that the dog nappers must have taken him, so they go following after the beacon set up on the collar of Scooby. Then when Shaggy is driving on his motorcycle, he spots Geronimo, and starts getting really, really scared, the ghost of Geronimo, and like smashes his motorcycle. And then when the dog napper then we see the dog napper presenting the crate with Scooby in it to this Indian witch doctor, and of course somehow the Indian witch doctor knew somehow that let's double check this Great Dane to see if it's the champion, of course, and they realise it's obviously not the champion, and they put Scooby back in the crate, and then Velma and Daphne and Fred, they catch up to Shaggy in the Mystery Machine. He explains that he saw the ghost of Geronimo and crashed and lost their trail. Then Velma finds this ancient tool that Geronimo was holding, proving that the ghost was there, and he wasn't like lying. And then we see the dog napper push Scooby in his crate down the hill with this little crate, and then it goes right past the Mystery Machine where Shaggy is. Shaggy spots him, and he jumps out of the Mystery Machine thanks to some brilliant driving from Fred, and manages to get on to the little thing just in time before the cliff, and starts pumping it, because you gotta like pump it to move it, and he turns the lever and starts pumping it the other way because Scooby's still trapped in his crate because of the train that's coming was going to smash into him, so he had to pump the other way. He pumps right past, and Fred changes like the signal of the track so they could go the other way and be careful. Then they ask Scooby if anything happened to him, and then Geronimo shoots like this dart at them, and they retreat behind a bunch of rocks. Once Geronimo's gone, Velma takes a look at the arrow that was shot, but it's definitely not old, it's new, so it's obviously a fake one, and they think the ghost of Geronimo is clearly a fake. And then Scooby goes sniffing around, and they find this temple, I guess this Indian temple, and they then catapult themselves up there, and up there they spot the Indian witch doctor with like a whole bunch of like maracas, and he gives them like a threatening warning to leave before they are doomed basically. And then they split up. Velma, Shaggy and Scooby go one way. They look through this little cave, and then a whole bunch of bats come and take Velma's glasses, and drop them on Scooby's head, so he can't see and Velma can't see. Shaggy runs into this room, and Scooby, he can't see. He walks into this costume, and he's like, I don't know, he looks really, really creepy looking, and Shaggy gets scared of him, and then Shaggy realises that it was only Scooby, and goes back to the room where Velma was with the bats, and gives her back her glasses. Then Daphne and Fred are in like some other temple. They spot the witch doctor and he vanishes, and then Daphne vanishes. And then when Shaggy and Scooby split up with Velma, they go to the kitchen, and inside the kitchen they like looking for stuff, but someone pushes Scooby into the cupboard, which is actually like this slide, and it slides all the way down to where the dog nappers were and where Daphne's tied up, and all the dogs, like the champion, the dog from the start, another dog, Big Red, they're all there in these crates, just like Scooby was in, and Daphne's like tied up. Scooby unties Daphne, and Scooby basically barks out, "Where's the witch doctor?" and to the other dogs, and then the hunt is on. The really cool part of the episode, in my opinion, starts. The big chase. Everyone goes running. Of course, Shaggy, he lost Scooby. He continues making his sandwich, and then they go running. They run past Velma and Fred, and they go and find Scooby and Daphne, and with all the other dogs. They know exactly where the witch doctor is, and they go running after him. They run into Shaggy, who's got his sandwich, and Shaggy then follows them. They slide down this like ladder, and the witch doctor was there, and he had to climb up this pole to escape the dogs, and being trapped there, Scooby takes the mask off of the witch doctor, and it turns out to be Buck Masters, the owner of Big Red himself. Now, he stole Big Red as well, to make, well, okay, he didn't steal him, like he just put him there to start with, to capture him, to make it look like he was captured, so he couldn't really do much about it. And they're explaining this to the sheriff, to the gang, and back in like Buckmasters is like in the sheriff's office, and they say Buckmasters kidnapped all the other dogs so Big Red could win, and used the dog nappers basically to help him capture all the dogs, and use the ghost of Geronimo as well to scare away.
Why, it's Buckmasters, the owner of Big Red. He's the dog napper.
You blasted kids. Why didn't you mind your own business?
Catching dog nappers is our business, Mr. Masters. After all, Scooby-Doo is a dog, and we love him very much.
Oh! That was quite a plot you kids uncovered. Who would have suspected Masters of dog-napping his own pet?
He decided to win the dog show by dog-napping the only 3 dogs who could beat Big Red. Then Big Red was to turn up just before the show and win first prize.
You said something about a phantom Indian on horseback. What about that?
Simple. He used a movie projector from the back of his truck. Look, Geronimo! He's back again!
Other people, and then Scooby pretends to be Geronimo and gives Shaggy a bit of a scare, and then that's the end of the episode. I give this episode a shocking 6 out of 10. It was really poor, this episode. The 2 things I liked about this episode was, I guess, the part where they got to like the Indian temple. I liked that part, like that quarter, I guess, of the episode. The first quarter of them setting up the decoy and like running was like alright. The middle didn't really have much to do with the episode either. I guess they could have redone that one a little bit better. What I did like as well was the structure of the episode. I really liked the way how they started the episode. I feel like they did that pretty well. Quite unique too, with Scooby just wandering through this park. They structured everything quite nicely, but apart from that, like the witch doctor was awful, barely got any screen time. The dog nappers weren't brilliant. I would have preferred if they were wearing like better costumes. And the plot of like stealing other dogs so your dog can win 2 wasn't the best, and yeah, definitely one of the worst, even the worst I might come out and say, of Scooby-Doo Where Are You? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the review. Stay tuned for next week, where there'll be plenty more reviews. I'll be reviewing What the Hex is Going On and Never Ape an Ape Man.
Come on, the coast is clear.
Where is everybody? Oh, why, Shaggy, you're petrified with fear. And you too, Scooby. Help me find my glasses.
Here they are, Velma.
Where did you find them?
Oh, it's a long story, Velma.
Wrong, Rory.